What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JBuck Studios, your home for reviews, reactions, and ridiculousness. Anyways, though, jumped over to Netflix because I've been doing that all the time lately, but I watched a film that I believe had a limited release earlier this year. It's a rom-com, and it's called Straight Up. Todd and Rory are intellectual soulmates. He might be gay, but she might not care. So is this new rom-com on the Netflix platform a must-see, just heartwarming story? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of Straight Up if you've already seen this one or now very much looking forward to it. Now let's get into some of the good. So from the synopsis of this movie, I expected one thing and completely got something else that I was pleasantly surprised by. Myself, I am a big fan of rom-coms. I have a soft spot in my heart for those. But this is sort of a rom-com story that's also a coming-of-age kind of self-identity story as well, diving into someone's kind of mental health, depression, young life, like a lot of different issues that they're dealing with, and kind of coming together, finding someone that can look past those and really you vibe with. So I really liked kind of the story that director, who also wrote the story, who also starred in the movie, Todd Sweeney, was able to put together in this film, because it is just so delightful how it hits on all of these different aspects, and it is emotional, it is funny, it's hard-hitting, and it's almost like this rom-com for a newer generation of people. It's a unique mixture of all of those things that I kind of mentioned and styles and whatnot that I thought James Sweeney or whoever else was involved with this Straight Up movie was able to throw together that worked flawlessly, honestly. I love this movie. And the part that I thought was the standout was the performances. Again, I looked into this after watching, and I didn't realize that Todd Sweeney directed, wrote it, and also starred in it. And him as the lead role, or one of the lead roles of Todd, and then also meeting up with Katie Findlay as Rory, I thought that, again, it's tying into this rom-com portion of the film, their chemistry, their portrayal of the characters, and the dialogue that they are able to throw off of each other so quickly, so smartly, so analytically I was amazed, because just watching these two sit in a kitchen and argue or smartly debate topics was by far the standout for myself, because it is so quick, it is witty, it is funny, it has references to movies. It was by far some of the best chemistry of characters that are somewhat, emotionally and physically involved with that I've seen probably this year. Like, this performances of these two characters, I don't know how much time they had to rehearse for this, but they are just spouting off these long-winded debates, bouncing off of each other without even seconds or milliseconds between one of them bouncing back and forth. And again, it's emotional. It is funny. Like, there's parts where I literally laughed out loud. I thought it was very funny. I posted on social media about it. But it was just so great to see these two characters come together, have such great chemistry, but also their portrayal of the characters. You believed that Todd was this person that was struggling with identity. You believed that Rory was someone that was looking for someone to complete her and kind of almost floating through life, kind of doubting herself as well. But almost the cherry on top is the style, almost weird, strange, unique style that was put into this Straight Up movie. Again, James Sweeney, I'm sure he was involved with a lot of this movie, but the framing is 4:3 ratio, so right off the bat, I'm like, okay, this is something a little bit unique. But also the stylings, like the clothing and some of the technology, felt like it was like 80s, almost early 90s technology, but people also had smartphones. So it was this weird mixture of styles and outfits and almost music and whatnot that blended together to make this unique setting, almost like a Sex Education, where it's like taking present day but also 80s influences and whatnot. But not only the aspect ratio and the weird stylings of the decade mixture, but the framing of a lot of shots are very symmetrical. Like, each shot is meticulously put together in this film, from these kind of split shots of showing two characters on opposite sides of the doors, or tracking shots showing how two characters are kind of getting ready for a situation, or just staring off into the sunset where they're both kind of standing there, but it's the same on both sides with the sun being right in the middle. Each shot of this film was, again, meticulously taken into account for. Like, James Sweeney, everyone involved in this film This is something special. However, this might be a turnoff for some people, not really myself, but this is a it steers into the indie, artsy, almost strange, unique stylings at times. Like, this is not your typical run-of-the-mill rom-com type story. Like, this is unique, it's for almost a new generation, and it does a lot of new things and unique things that are, you know, present in, I would say, smaller indie type movies that I thought worked very well, but it might be a turnoff for some people, specifically, you know, the 4:3 ratio. I don't know, get over it, people. Overall, Straight Up is a delightful rom-com that I just loved watching this movie. With it featuring this unique overall story combined with the rom-com portions, great performances, and dialogue that just flows so quickly between characters, but maybe with some artsy styling that's not going to land with everyone, I would highly recommend checking out Straight Up. Again, I went into this movie expecting a rom-com, got something completely different, loved the main characters, especially their lovely, friendly debates of just quick banter. In closing, I'm going to give Straight Up 4 out of 5 movie references. So what did you guys think of Straight Up? If you've seen this movie or now very much looking forward to this kind of coming of age rom-com type movie, I want to know in the comments down below. Anyways though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there or right over there, you know, brand new content every single week here on the JBuck Studios channel. This weekend, my buddy Seth from the SoCo show is coming down. We're going to do a couple reviews. We're going to do a couple podcasts. We're going to do a new episode of Shot Ones over on Patreon, so check that out. Follow all of my social media down there. Like this video. Subscribe to the JBuck Studios channel. And until next time, we'll see you later.